How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another phenomenal game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be playing in the ELC Even 90, and this is going to be a bonkers of a game, just for the simple fact is that I get over 8,000 damage combined. And a majority of it is base damage. So that's pretty funny. I don't know how what happens in this game happens, but yeah, it does. And that's what matters, and that's why I'm uploading it to you guys. Well, to YouTube today, for you guys. There you go. I've got the vertical stabilizer, gun rammer, as well as vents? No, that's stupid. Gun rammer, vertical stabilizer, and optics on this thing, as well as the premium consumable, as you can see in the middle column there. I've got my, I believe, Jesus Christ, what crew do I have on here? The AMX CDC crew, which has like over 12 perks, I think. So this thing's pretty decked out. But even then, 175 base pen for your AP rounds, and then 215 for your premium APCR rounds with a 30-second clip reload of a 90mm. Is it down to 26 seconds? Wow, that is pretty impressive. I'm going to go mid, just because it's encounter, and I feel like we usually have a good amount of people charging right to the base for whatever reason. As you can see, we already have a few greenies and a few reds in the base as I speak, and standing 120 meters away from these people, and I wasn't able to get detected through this bush. And since they're behind the building, I can fire all willy-nilly at this Emil, because he is just not doing what he's doing. I'm surprised this one doesn't go into the Conqueror. You ready? Side shot and no pen, for whatever reason. Alright, that's fine. 175 pen. I don't imagine a lot of the shots going into higher tiered vehicles, but it's fine. It's fine. This is not going to be a super low tier matchup. I am only facing tier 9s and not tier 10s, but the way you play this thing is the same in every game. Even if you're top tier, doesn't matter. You scoot and shoot close range enemies, or you support your team by spotting for them, and like I'm getting some real free easy shots into these guys. I don't know why I insisted on aiming at the standard B instead of shooting the ISU 152 there for my last shot, but it is what it is, and I think my teammate finishes him off. No, he's still alive. Okay, so that was my bad, but he wouldn't have died anyway, so it's not like it would have made a hell of a lot of difference. There's a T-32 in the back, just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can get some free shots on him. Put one round in, hits his turret, bounces off the side, that's fine, and then I hit part of the hitbox that was the structure there that didn't look like it was supposed to be part of the hitbox. That's fine. Or part of the structure, I mean. However you're supposed to word that. But I'm done spotting. There's nothing going on over here. We've got a few light tanks over here. I'm like, should I spot for them? No, they're light tanks. They can do that themselves. I'm going to go where the rest of my team is, where I can actually make a difference. And I'm going to make my way over to B0. And then I get hit by the Chrysler K, of all things, in the mid, because he was focusing this area for whatever reason. But yeah, I got penned by him. That wasn't that great of a result, although he did hit me for a pretty low roll. No, I guess that was standard damage, but whatever. It was like 303, which was a low roll for him, but still in the ranges of his standard damage. So we got a T-49 over here. I do not want to engage another higher tier light tank, or really any light tank, just because this thing's dispersion is not great, and dealing with other light tanks in it is not... Get shit on, kid! Unfortunately, the T-49 was using the derp gun, and he did finish off the M40, M43 right away, and as soon as he fired, the M40, M43 put a round right into him, one-hitting him for 1,400! And then, of course, I come to this guy's aid, kill the standard B that was going to encircle him. I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to go out in the open. He's not the smartest of players, obviously. But still, I did what I can, and now he's making his escape, and I am as well. So I'm thinking, should I charge the Conqueror and just take the risk of getting hit by the T-32? No, that'd be dumb, because if they both hit me, I will die. So, naturally, I fall back. We've still got one arty left. I figure I can spot, and then they can do more work on the Conqueror, maybe hit their engine deck and go right through them. But that's wishful thinking. Although, the Conqueror is getting damaged by something, I don't know what it is. ISU 152 from nowhere finishes off the 45 TP, and now I'm getting a little bit nervous, because looking at the score, there's no way I can come back from this, right? Well, spoiler alert, we do. And it's all because of me. Also, spoiler. Spoiler? Nah, I can't say words. But this will not be a win. It will not be a loss. But it will not... Well, that's a lie. It will be a win. In my book. Because let's face it. When you get 8,000 plus combined damage in a fucking light tank in Tier 8, it's a win. Whether you win or lose, it's a win. But, as you can see, like, yeah, getting close to people really helps with the dispersion and the aim time with this thing, but not by much. You still have to maneuver around other light tanks, and just engaging them is scary, because if you shoot off all 3 of your rounds and you don't kill them, well, then you're SOL, and you can kiss your ass goodbye, because chances are if they survived, they're a higher tier light tank, or they'll just out-DPM you the entire time you're reloading. So, that's why you don't engage other light tanks in this thing, because even this guy, M41 90mm, he would only have to put... Do I finish him off? I absolutely do. There we go. Just had to make sure that shot went in. Wanted to finish him off. They have 3... Of course they have 3 platooned arties. Because why the fuck wouldn't they? If you platoon an arty, you're cancer, and you should stop playing this game. Okay, so here's my first mistake. I definitely tunnel vision here. Don't know why I kept stuttering there, but moving on. Trying to move on from it. Can't forget it. God damn it. Why did I stutter? T-29 is dead. T-28 had it in the bag. I didn't know that. I could very easily have been sniped by the Conqueror in B3, and I could have also been shot at by the T-32 that I am approaching right now. Instead, I should have went up the hill immediately, seeing that the T-28 was facing off against that T-29, and I should have engaged the T-32 by myself. I could have finished off the T-32 in 3 shots, maybe high-rolled the shit out of him for 2, and then finish off the T-29. But in that time, if the T-28 died, obviously I would have to deal with the T-29 myself, but I would still have a shot, assuming the first 2 killed the T-32. Killed the T-32. After the T-28 takes out the T-29, and I dick around a bit out in the open. I know that Conqueror is deadly. I know he's practically full health. Yeah, he's very healthy indeed. So, I'm going to go ahead, sorry for that sound by the way, and load the premium rounds. Because I shot at him before, and it didn't go through his side, so I figured 215 will be enough, flat on. Here's hoping, and he's focused with other people. I'm going to put a few free rounds into him, not even going to bother trying to track him, and just get off all the rounds in my clip. Trying to weeble wobble, and he luckily misses me because he doesn't have, well, I guess it doesn't matter if he has the upgraded gun. He's still quite accurate, but he does miss me. And that is miraculous. I still got maybe 3 shots for him to take on me. Okay, so he pens me once. He still has to hit me 2 more times to kill me, even with using high explosive rounds. Or does that thing get heshed for the small gun too? I don't remember. So they've got 3 arty shooting at me. In total, they have 5 tanks left. I really don't want to count arty as tanks, but let's just do it for the sake of this situation. I'm going to try and bait the Conqueror to think that I'm going to loop around and come at him. It doesn't really work out because I start heading the direction I intended to go in before I am undetected. But it's fine. Arty has no chance to hit this thing virtually. And I say virtually because it's been known to happen, but it's very rare. With the added speed and the low profile, this thing is hard as shit for Arty to shotgun. And it is hilarious what happens here. GW Panther, okay. Shot on the move. Again, I advise never to try this unless you're in a desperate situation. AFK 257. Okay, I'm going to put another free round into their second arty. And I'm going to keep moving this way, because I know that Conqueror is going to be looking at me Inevitably. And if the other arty hasn't fired at me already, I need to keep my speed up to avoid being hit by him, or just flat out splashed. I think if they splash me, I could be killed by their shell. So, that's pretty dangerous. M12 is a fast-firing Tier 7 American arty, and then the GW Tiger, I believe, is the other one? Or is it a French artillery? The Lorraine 155, whatever. I guess we'll see in a second. So, should have aimed in that shot. I really feel like that one should have went in, but it's fine. I make sure the other one... Yeah, okay, it is a French arty. I don't have the rounds in my clip to finish him off. I dip it into the dirt because I'm an idiot and still haven't learned to aim my shots correctly even after missing that M12 once, but it's fine. I've got the reload, and as long as they don't start capping, I should be able to deal with them in time, just like that AFK 257, assuming he doesn't come back into the game, which I was really concerned about because, let's be honest, what can I do against that thing? I'm on a one hit, and my tank doesn't have the penetration to go through him, only on the side and in the ass end of his tank. So, yes, very terrifying. But, so, I would imagine that the arty was charging me for some reason, but then they both headed for the cap, which is what I wanted to avoid. So really my only choice now is to finish off one of them, and then that way I will have enough time to head back to the AFK 257 and farm me some free damage. I again try to get a free shot on the move. Luckily he misses me as well. I've got 2 shots left. I know that they average out to around 480 or 440, so I know that'll be plenty to finish off that artillery. The Conqueror misses me because I hid behind the artillery's eventual corpse there, forcing him to aim at a spot that would make it harder to hit me, I guess. But yeah, basically I used his friendly tank to my advantage by blocking his shot by using his... Yeah, I don't need to say that more than once. I don't know why I felt the need to go further into that. Conqueror is staying on the base. I've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds approximately to deal with this AFK tank and then deal with the Conqueror. I could have... Actually, no. This is why I did this. Instead of dealing with the Conqueror first and capping the base, I did not have time to cap the base and make it a win. Because look at the timer for the base and look at the timer for the game itself. Yeah, they're pretty close together, aren't they? Yes, they are. So I figured, if this is going to be a draw or a loss, I will take the draw instead of a loss. So I might as well get more damage, right? So let's put 3 shells into this AFK tank. And even before I started engaging this guy, my damage was at 4,800 base, and then 1,800 for the assisted spotting. So what happens when you add 1,800 hit points to an already great game in a Tier 8 light tank that shoots 3 90mm rounds for 240 or 220 alpha? I still haven't looked up the right amount on the game itself, but you get a phenomenal game, is the right answer. You get a game that shouldn't have happened, and a light tank that could only dream of doing that much by itself, yet somehow it I'm choking on my own spit. Yet somehow it happens here. Miraculously. And if my reload was a little bit faster, maybe I could have made it to the base and finished off the Conqueror. But that would only be the case if I loaded high explosive rounds and penned him every single time, or got a fire on the second pen. And he did not put it out. It'd be risky, but if it worked out, the payoff would be fucking huge. And considering what happens when I go to meet him at the base, it's honestly a shame I didn't load a clip of high explosive instead of going for the two-round clip, because it might have made all the difference. Maybe it wouldn't have, but I don't know. I've got a little bit over a minute to get to the base, and I'm just thinking, if I go this way and the Conqueror is hiding in one of the buildings where I can't shoot him reliably or like at all, then I'm screwed, But if I have the view range to out-detect him, I can catch him out in the open, and he'll panic and maybe make a stupid move, and then I can put a free shot into him to reset the base before he gets a full base cap. Like, okay, I take back what I said about the whole 2-clip thing. I see Wargaming still hasn't fixed their fucking servers. Just go back about 10 seconds and you'll see my connection thing flash to red and back to green. It's pretty great. But yeah, 3 rounds of high explosive in his ass end might have spelled the end for this guy. But I know I have crazy camo as well, and how are we going to make that work when I go into the circle and he realizes he can't cap it out? We're going to go behind these bushes, and we're going to lure him out. There he is. And here I go. There's 221. I could have absolutely maybe gotten a fire with a 3-round clip of high explosive there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that I got this amount of damage the way that I did. 400,000 silver in one game, and in a draw, no less. I got a Dimitri's medal. I got a Devastator medal, a Radley Walters, excuse me, and a light tank. Woo! And base defender. Or defender medal, whatever you'd call that. Yeah, defender. So, like, how did... Well done, team. This is for everyone who did under 1,000 damage. Ready? Ready? This is for you. Good job, idiots. It's unbelievable, still, that this game even happened. But hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe and give me a like. It really does help with the motivation to play this game, and as well as my channel. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.